Rebecca, she is our favorite extroverted friend. She's that person that just wears her heart on her sleeve. She has fun. She doesn't really care. She has no social anxiety at all. Anything she thinks, she says. She doesn't really have that upper brain mediation where she's filtering and trying to make sure that her behavior fits with decorum.
Yo, yo, yo! David, five on base! This nagging old hat keeping you up the dance floor!
She's also so very positive. No matter what, even though she's been through so much, she has this positivity. And when she sees someone else that she cares about being sad, she wants to help them feel better. That person, being around someone with that kind of energy, sometimes can be exhausting, but it really does bring up your mood. It makes you feel better because she has such a joy in life. She lives every moment to the fullest, but also she's always present in the moment. And that lowers anxiety and stress, not just for you, but for those around you, because emotions are contagious, and that kind of joy and emotion will rub off to everyone else and make you feel a little bit better.
Although some Edgerunners die more ashamed than they started with.
Kiwi's actually talking about Rebecca, but people that are really so positive, they don't even grab or really catch all of those negative little tiny comments. So right away she assumes it couldn't be her that Kiwi's really talking about.
Yo, it ain't right to badmouth the dead. It's not my bro's fault he got zeroed by some bear psycho. But what abs? You ever seen David dance? It's a riot.
She's just so cute. She reminds me a lot from Abby from Turning Red. Like those people that are just so cute and adorable and they just can't help themselves. Like leaning more towards the kind of like ADHD on the spectrum.
Gotta stop by Doc's.
Seriously again? Then tell that bastard you desperately need a dance tip. Hey! I ain't good at playing just friends.
Rebecca is that best friend, but she definitely has some feelings for David. She wants more time and attention to him and directly says it. I'm sick of you playing hard to get. Like, let's kind of move this relationship along.
Considered shaking up your approach?
Yeah, how you figure? Instead of hot and loud, I'd try cold, distant, and nerdy.
And you can hear in her voice there's a little bit of animosity she has for Lucy, that Lucy's able to get David and that she might have to change her personality, which in the end, you want someone that wants you for your personality and the things that you bring to the table. If she pretended to be someone else, it wouldn't work out in the end anyways, because you can only keep a front up for so long. When you end up becoming stressed or excited, your genuine personality is going to come out anyways. So if you're so busy trying to be someone different in order to have someone like you, this is not actually the person for you.
What's that?
My bad.
I think that Rebecca is often underestimated because she's so cute and sweet and funny and extroverted, but she's also exceptionally effective as a partner. Here she is saving David when he glitches out. And for Rebecca, she's also on high alert because she doesn't have her brother anymore, and David has kind of taken that place of being her closest person. After going through what she did, she's probably on really high alert for if he's not paying attention to his surroundings. She doesn't want to lose another one of the people she cares about.
What was that today?
What was what?
You know exactly what I mean.
Froze up is all.
Been freezing up a lot lately. Think I don't notice?
I'm fine.
A woman's eyes can be shrewd.
And that's the thing with a good friend. I think that we often see Rebecca as extroverted, really fun and silly, but she also has this really serious side. And it's a hard thing to be able to have a very serious talk with someone that's close to you about something that's so important that they might be embarrassed or upset. They've already seen what happened to Maine and what happened to her brother, and she wants to make sure that she's proactive, that she ends up making sure that David is safe. When we see someone that's in trouble, and especially when we've gone through this before, it's important but really hard. How do you handle being able to take care of someone when you don't think they're really taking care of themselves? I think that Rebecca deals with this in a really wonderful way. One is she doesn't do it when he's still really upset and angry or anxious, so it wasn't right after the fight. She waits till he's calm, and then she asks him to go for a walk so that they're alone in a way that's peaceful. And also her voice is really calm and relaxed. You can tell she's serious, that she means what she's saying, but that she's coming from a place that isn't judgmental or harsh, but kind of loving and sweet. And that works really well for people that are more on the oppositional scale, which is where I would put David.
You know, ain't no one I watch as close as I watch you. Come on, David. What's the matter?
It's nothing.
And you can become hypervigilant when you've had a lot of bad things happen. So she's lost two of the people that she's closest to. And in both cases, they could have been prevented. And because of that, you can become hypervigilant of cycling through your head of all of those cautionary scenarios to make sure that you might catch it. I think that also you go through survivor's guilt. And I think that both David and Rebecca have a little bit of that as well, because they weren't able to save their friends. And in the end, it's not really their responsibility. Everyone's responsible for themselves. But it's an easy thing to say and a really hard thing to do, especially when you've gone through such traumatic experiences.
Not your problem, Becca.
Like hell it's not. I put my life in your hands daily.
I know.
It's a beautiful point when he tells her to back off, that it's not her issue. Like, they're partners. So actually it does. They're both relying on each other for survival. If David isn't taking care of himself, it could risk Becca's life as well. And for David, that sense of responsibility that he has to everyone around him, that's one of those hooks. Like, she understands the things that are important to him. And for David, it's to be able to take care of his team.
I've been thinking. Light on your chrome for a while? Remember the alley psycho Zero and my bro? I can't see you end up like him.
Yeah.
And by using that, makes David pause and reflect. He stops. He really thinks about what she's saying, and she's hoping that this means that hopefully he'll make better decisions.
Scored us our biggest gig yet.
Huge risk, huge reward. Duck out now if you don't want to face that kind of heat.
Like when they say that a good friend will help you move, but a great friend will help you move a body. Like Rebecca is that great friend. There's huge risk, and her only answer to it is like, let's do this. It doesn't mean anything to her. No matter what, she's going to be by David's side. Devoted without question, no matter what. She's the one that wouldn't leave you high and dry, no matter what the risk is to herself. She's going to make sure that she's keeping herself, but also David, safe.
David! Are these all immunoblockers?
Got a favor to ask. I can't ask anyone but you.
Puppy dog eyes! Knew I'm a sucker for him, didn't ya?
And that's the thing that I really love about Rebecca is she's so loyal to him that, she cares about him so deeply and more than just friends that she can't say no even though she knows that he's risking himself, and now she's a party to it. But he has such a trust in her that he knows no matter what, she'll follow through. In some ways, she's enabling David, doing things that are not always the best for him. But she's also asked him to make sure that she doesn't use his chrome so that hopefully he won't go too far into cyberpsychosis. She probably also knows a certain amount of his personality type that if he needs to, he is going to use it. I think that she's such a strong caretaker that she doesn't want to disappoint David, doesn't want to make him upset, and perhaps he's angry or upset or pushes her out. And so because of that, she says yes to stuff that she probably should say no to. And you see how much she enjoys not just shooting things, but I think that being that team, having someone else that she can rely on. David, in a lot of ways, is that sense of family that she's lost, and that's part of her being on this team.
Way to go, old man!
Swarm ahead!
Okie dokie! Barrel on through!
Dunno, Swarm looks pretty mad. Better pull off.
Huh? Yo, come on!
And she doesn't have a strong fear sense, right? She's pretty much fearless, no matter what the odds. She doesn't go through the same natural reactions of her amygdala going, this is a dangerous situation. Her threat level for what is danger is just so very low because she's gone through so much. And I don't think that she really cares about if she lives or dies. I think that what matters to her are the people that she cares about and how they feel. She'd probably be closer to one of those adrenaline junkies that really enjoys that thrill of living on the edge.
You're right, Mom. I know I can. I'll do my best. All the way to the top.
All right, David. Let's go to the top then.
It's so sad yet poignant when you can see that Rebecca understands that David's now in cyberpsychosis, and instead of abandoning him or shutting him down, she's going to stick with her friend even though she understands that this may be the end for the both of them. To the last moment. For Rebecca, friendship, her bond is absolute. Because I think that for her, this is also when he needs her the most. That she's going to make sure that he's safe to the best of her abilities, even if that risks her life.
David's meds. Don't think they're gonna work anymore. Gotta get him to Lucy. She's the only one who can maybe bring him back. There's no one else.
It's a really hard thing for someone to realize that they might be powerless, especially with the people that they care about, and that she has to ask the person that in some ways is her rival. And she also has some animosity for Lucy. One is that she has David's heart, one that she wishes that she has, but also she isn't there on the missions to make sure that he's being kept safe, and that she hasn't helped him lay off the chrome, and now he's gotten to this point where he's going through cyberpsychosis.
Glad you're back safe. For David's sake, I mean. We're having a moment here!
That's the thing when you really love someone. You want them to be happy, even if it's a cost to yourself. And Rebecca saving Lucy really was the cost of her own happiness. But she loves him enough to be able to do it anyways.
Rebecca!
I can't see any other way that Rebecca would want to go out than fighting and fighting for her team and the things that she loves. But I'm still really shocked and heartbroken that this is how we lose her. I do love that she went out fighting and that she was spunky and aggressive and angry, and just if she could make a comment, she would say that, you know, out of all the ways to go, this is the way that she'd want to. Watching my videos is a great way to get familiar with the basics of psychology, but to learn more about science and technology, check out today's sponsor, Brilliant. Brilliant is the online interactive STEM learning platform with college-level courses on neural networks, computer science, math, physics, quantum mechanics, game theory, and a lot more. It's all taught in a visual, hands-on way. There are many different ways to learn, but we know the best way to learn information is to have it be interactive and to learn in small, tiny little chunks. This is not just the best way to learn, but it's also the best way to retain information, because then you're not just understanding how it's applied, but you're understanding how it relates to the world around you. And if you ever feel stuck, Brilliant has in-depth explanations that break down the principles even more. I just finished the course on scientific thinking, and it was wonderfully set out. It had lots of little hands-on questions and animations, and you could go back if you didn't understand, and it demonstrated exactly how these principles are applied, which is really good for me as I am a visual hands-on learner. And you can stay at home and learn where it doesn't break your budget. Brilliant has thousands of lessons with new exclusive content being added every month, so you never have to stop learning. All you have to do to get started for free is visit brilliant.org/Georgia Dow or click on the link in the description. The first 200 people will get 20% off Brilliant's annual premium subscription. So just click on the screen, go to brilliant.org/Georgia Dow. Clicking on the button really does help out this channel, and so does clicking on the playlist above for more great videos on psychology and my reactions. So those are my favorite Rebecca moments. Let me know what yours are, and how do you feel about Rebecca? Was she your favorite person on Cyberpunk or not?